So let's shuffle the cards. It's back to school tomorrow, so I'm taking my nephews shopping for backpacks, new school bags. We'll make a day of it. We'll go to Nando's and we'll do the cinema or swimming or something. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Aquarius' highest good. How is Aquarius feeling in this first week of September 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Aquarius' feelings, first of all. Okay, you have got, Aquarius, you've got the 9 of Wands reversed and the 3 of Swords upright. So you've been going through a lot of challenges for a long time, okay? And if that was upright, you'd be willing to continue with it, but it's reversed, so you're not willing to continue like that anymore, because it's breaking your heart, okay? So we're choosing to let something go, even though it's sad, even though it's painful. It's like facing reality and saying, like, I can't continue with something that's very difficult for me, very upsetting for me, very trialing, very, just so much adversity, so much difficulty. Love should be easy. If you're right for each other and it works, yes, there's things to discuss at times, yes, there's things to compromise on, but it should mostly just flow. You'll know that if you've ever had a relationship and it just flows. It's so natural. It shouldn't be constant battles. That's not right. So, but it doesn't make it any less sad to, call it a day on something. Thanks for the likes. Thank you. Let's get 2 more for Aquarius. How is Aquarius feeling? Yeah, so this is like just confirmation of what I've already said, okay? So if these cards were upright, it would be very, very clear that, someone's putting time, money and energy into growing it, okay? Growth and expansion. 8 is about expansion, growth, investment. She's got her work tools, her workbench. She's working diligently to invest into something. So if that was career, you're trying to, acquire more trades or build, a side hustle or take on professional qualifications, get promotions. If it's love, you're trying to make it enduring. You're trying to give it your time, money and energy because you want it to just last forever. You're serious about creating lasting generational wealth. The Knight of Cups would be like a Romeo. Hi, Afsan. The Knight of Cups would be like a Romeo and Juliet vibe. Like, I really think I'm falling in love with you. It's a knight is someone that's actively dating someone and they're falling in love and they want to express that cup of emotion to that other person, because no one else will do. It has to be this person. So it's a very exclusive, like Romeo had to have Juliet. He didn't want anyone else. It had to be Juliet. They lived and died for each other. It was the same with Juliet for him. So this is like very dreamy, But it's not an empty offer. It's like serious, because look, there's all this growth and expansion. Now, the fact these are reversed is like, I'm no longer coming to you in a romantic sense. I'm no longer putting my time, my money, and my energy into this. You know, I'm not going to continue paying a mortgage. I'm not going to continue paying rent. I'm not going to continue, you know, giving you my time, my money, my energy, you know, going on dates with you, like living with you, or because I'm saying it in like a sense of like a more serious love, like a more established love, because you've got the heartbreak, but I don't know if it is. They're just examples. You know, maybe it's like I've no longer got the intention of. I've no longer got the intention of, you know, this kind of a feature with you. So it could be like, I no longer have this, like, you can be in love with someone, right, and you've not been together for a long time, and then you've got the intention of in the future getting married, or in the future having a mortgage. There's no longer that intention, basically, if it isn't established. Hi, Riley. Oh, what's come out here? Look, the reason is there was not equal give and take. I know this because the Six of Pentacles should be upright. The Six of Pentacles is about balance. You see that she's holding the scales. You see that the Six Pentacles, 6 is an even number. These are increments of time, money, and energy. This person's trying to be fair to both. They're trying to give 3 pentacles to one person, 3 to the other. So it's a card of reciprocity. For example, if someone was always needing money from you, or needing you to pay, that isn't reciprocity. That's unfair. It's unequal, you know. If they're always waiting for you to get in touch, you know, to instigate conversation or messages or arrange dates, that's kind of like very lazy. If they never express that, you know, how much you mean to them, and you're always expressing and making yourself vulnerable to them emotionally, and they're not making themselves emotionally vulnerable to you, or you're trying to get hold of them but they've never got time. It's this kind of thing. It's time, money, and energy that is like, I think you believe that you've been doing more of the work, okay? Because that's reversed, so it's not fair. The Moon card. The Moon card is the major arcana for Pisces. In the story of the major arcana, the Fool realizes that he must walk forwards anyway, even if things are in the dark, things are hidden, things are unknown. Even if it's creating fear in us, we must walk forwards anyway. So it's like Aquarius, it's like you're coming out of your comfort zone. Okay, so you've decided that you've realized something isn't fair and you need to withdraw from it. And it's actually going to be quite uncomfortable. It's going to hurt. It's not going to be a comfortable transition. Okay, it's going to be a sad one. It's going to be maybe causing a lot of practical issues and financial issues, emotional issues, you know, but what comes after is going to be better, isn't it? If we're not getting reciprocity, what is the point? You're getting depleted in emotion, depleted in time, depleted in energy, depleted in finances. For what? So let's see what let's see who shows up. Let's see who shows up in your reading. I'm expecting it to be the person that you've been struggling with, but it could be the one that's on your mind. the one that you're dealing with, or the one that you're manifesting in the future. Well, I'm glad people like listening to my voice. What don't you agree with? Are you Aquarius? Or you don't like tarot? You're a Gemini. Yeah, I'm not having a go. It's just like, I know some people assume that tarot is like, I don't think they realise it's like trying to help people. That's all it is. It's trying to help people. You said it in a way that was respectful, so that's fine. Right, so someone's showing up in your reading, Aquarius, that has 8 of Swords reversed and the Ace of Pentacles upright. Now, this is positive, believe it or not, because that looks like distressing, that card, but the 8 of Swords, when it's upright, would be a negative card because that's someone who's stuck in their head. The swords represent thoughts like, I feel stuck, there's no way out. It's like a negative mindset. The sense of being, in prison is an illusion. The sense of there being no way out is an illusion. It's your mind telling you, there's no way to make this work. This person's come out of that way of thinking because it's reversed, and they're ready. Like, okay, this is a huge offer of investment from this person. They want to offer something, or they've received something that's made them very financially viable. So aces are the universe making something that we really want, something that we've worked hard for and asked for. You have to, if you want financial abundance, you can't just ask for it. You have to put out CVs to get a good job, or you have to go for promotions, or you have to start businesses, or there's practical work that's being done by this person. But the universe agrees with it, so the universe is giving it a nice dose of good luck as well. So maybe this person's become more optimistic since this level of financial success was attained. Or yeah, I feel like they've become more optimistic. They could see like a way around something now due to this, or they're ready to offer. They've seen their way out of something, so now they're ready to offer like solid investment, because that pentacle is so large, it represents a lot of money, a lot of abundance. Like, let's get a mortgage together, let's move in together. Solid investment, large investment. So it's either feeling better because the finances are better and something's more viable now, financially and practically. Might be quite a practical minded person. So if you haven't got your ducks in a row, you're not going to see a way forward. You're not going to say like, yeah, let's do this. Or say like if something's a bit taboo because you work together and one of you is like a boss and the other one's a subordinate, you're like, there's no way this is possible, so I'm not investing in this because we could get into serious trouble, one of us could lose our jobs. Then if one of you moves to another company and then there's no like conflict of interest, suddenly you might offer investment because you're like, well, now this isn't wrong, now there isn't an issue with this, I would like to invest in it. So I'm not sure which way around it is. It's like the chicken and the egg. But there's an intention to invest in a big way where there wasn't before. And it was Pentacles that you were bothered about, Aquarius, before. Right, we've got a lot of cards here. Look. Oh my goodness, the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups, King of Cups reversed, Seven of Wands, Page of Wands, Six of Cups, the Ace of Swords. This person has got all kinds of like, you know, they're like, I want marriage. That's what the 1111 card is. The Four of Wands. Four is a number of stability. It's like the most stable number. Okay, so like the four legs to a chair, the four walls to a house. It's immovable. This is like solid happiness. I want to be exclusive with you. I want everyone to know. I want us to live together. I want us to get married. Any of that, all of that. Okay. This person's in love and they believe that you're in love with them as well. Now, the King of Cups reverse could be that they're under emotional about it or over emotional. Looking at what's here, I'd say they're over emotional, like their cup runneth over with emotion. And they're a king, right? So a king is not someone who's irrational or impulsive. This is someone who's established, they're emotionally intelligent, but they're overwhelmed with emotion at the thought of this love, at the thought of offering you a future, a real future together. They're prepared to come up against whatever, they're prepared to do whatever it takes. With the Seven of Wands, it's like, I will get what I want. The Page of Wands is like optimism. You know, this is not an ex, this is someone new to you. They've never walked this road before. So a page is someone who's naively optimistic. They're excited. They don't have any preconceived ideas about this going wrong, this derailing, or like, you know, it's not an ex, it's a new love. Oh, thank you, Afsan. That's really... You don't have to do anything, do you know what I mean? But just to be curious and open-minded and accepting is like enough. Six of Cups upright is this person loves you. They're really in love, and these are, in these cups, these are feelings of emotion that have built up to be like on the level of a family member. This person holds you in very high regard. They would take care of you, they would love you, and they would make many nice memories with you. They feel that you are meant to be together, okay, that you're a very good match, that you'll make a beautiful life together. The Ace of Swords is they haven't told you this yet because it's reversed. Okay, they've got all this going on in their heart and in their mind, but they haven't told you. The Ace of Swords is like major clarity, major revelations, a confession. I believe that, you know, they've had these revelations. They're very much clear about what they want and what they see this as, but they haven't told you yet. And I'm worried because on your side of the reading, Aquarius, it's all like heartbreak and something's been too difficult and withdrawing investment and not equal give and take. And then this person's come out of their head and they're like all for like giving you their time, money, and energy. And I'm just worried that like it could be that you're leaving something and you'll meet this person or you know this person, but it could be that you've got disillusioned because you feel like you were working at it and they weren't, and you're on totally different pages. Like now they're really all for this and like in a very, very serious way. Let's get oh, we need to get another one for them and then we can get the outcome. The Eight of Cups reversed is not wanting to walk away from a marriage or a relationship that's established. You wanted to work on it. The Nine of Cups reversed is being very unhappy within ourselves, like as an individual, because something looks like it's over. We don't want it to be over. The Three of Wands reversed is not taking any action after a planning phase. The Nine of Swords reversed is dropping anxieties and fears. The Six of Wands upright is victory, success, recognition being celebrated. The Five of Pentacles reversed is coming out from the cold. Financially, emotionally, time, money and energy has been returned to us. There's definitely been some sort of change, because this tells a story. This tells a story of, I'm gutted that this is like potentially over, and I want it not to be. But it's someone that you haven't, because they're showing up as a page. It's like when you're showing up as a knight, they're showing up as a page. You've not had a relationship with this person before, but you could have been in love with each other, like you knew each other somehow, or you were hooking up, and it was friends with benefits, or a situationship or something. It never got to be like lived out and played out as a proper relationship, but it's like both of you saw the potential and wanted. It's really sad. It's like you both saw the potential and wanted to invest, but at different times. It's the timing that's the issue here. And it's not just like, oh, you thought of it at different times. It's practical. It's down to practical issues. You know, things that people wouldn't agree with, something that wouldn't make it possible that got them all up in their head, or miscommunication is something, but I do feel it's to do with their finances. Let's get 3 for the outcome. It's like a movie, this one. What will be the outcome, please? As of this week of September, anyway. The Hermit upright. The Emperor. Okay, that's good. Queen of Swords. Queen of Wands. The Judgment. What is going on here? Right there. So let's go through each card one at a time, because that helps me to understand. The Hermit is the major arcana for Virgo. Okay, this is a reflective energy. This is like, I need to pull back. I need to think about things by myself without input from anyone. The answers lie within me. He's so focused on healing. He's so focused on wish fulfillment. It's like, you can't ask other people what went wrong in a relationship. You know, the only people that know what went on are the two people that were in it, really. People can observe, people can see snapshots of what's going on, or hear secondhand this side or that side of a story, but the two people in it know what went on, okay? Only you know whether you ignored red flags. Only you know what you want in the future. Only you know which parts of a person you value, and what, you know, characteristics you would like in your next person, and how you feel about things. So it involves just introspection, a period of isolation, introspection, reflection. It's very healthy. This is a healthy energy. Okay, if we don't reflect, if we don't take stock, if we don't mull things over or stop to think about what went down, what was our part, what was their part in things, and we just jump into bed with someone else, or we just declare our love for someone else, we're not emotionally intelligent. So this is an emotionally intelligent thing to do, is to take time out and think for ourselves, you know, what's gone on here, what was my part, what was their part, what do I want next, what do I want to avoid next. Like, the Emperor is the major arcana for Aries. This is all four kings, so the King of Wands, the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups. This is someone who has it all. They're emotionally intelligent, like the King of Cups is. They're very abundant and generous and giving, good with paying the bills, earthly matters, like a good King of Pentacles. The King of Wands, ambitious, goal-orientated, confident, assertive, almost arrogant, okay, good-looking. King of Swords, intelligent, truthful, noble, wants to help the community, strategic, you know, analytical, thinks and plans before taking action. So this is a card. This is a card of someone who's taking leadership over their life after a period of reflection, a period of deep introspection, like going under the surface of the water and like staying there and then coming back up to the surface, you know. Now we've got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Swords can be a divorce card. She's not taking any prisoners, you know, like she's got that sword ready. She's like, I'll hear you out, but if you speak wrong, if you approach me wrong, I will use this sword, okay, to do some damage. Queen of Wands is someone who's goal-orientated, ambitious, can be a third-party card, so the other man, the other woman in a situationship, the person outside of the marriage. She's seductive, she's confident, she knows what she wants, she's got a plan, and she will actuate it. That's air energy because it's swords, so it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. It's about justice, truth, honesty, getting straight to the point, not dancing around things. This is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's about ambition, ego, getting what you want, taking action. This is the Judgment card reversed, okay? So there's a call to act. The angels are trying to raise their dead. They're like, there's something that needs to happen here, and you're ignoring it because it's reversed. Having spoken about it out loud, it could be that after a period of deep contemplation, and it could be like 6 months or more, you're taking back control of your life, and you may be asking for a divorce, and then thinking about what you want. But I don't know why the Judgment's reversed, because with the Emperor card, that's taken leadership. So why is the Judgment reversed? Let's get 2 more because it might change. Hierophant, this is the major arcana for Taurus. The Hierophant is the teacher. This person is no longer a student, they're now the teacher because they lived so much life. They have so much experience now, so many harsh lessons have been learned that they wish to, use wisdom now and be wise and act in a way that's more wise. And they like to communicate with others what they've experienced so that other people don't have to suffer the hardships that this person has suffered themselves. And that's upright, so that's in the outcome. Oh my god. The Knight of Swords upright and the Eight of Wands upright. So the communication's coming and it's going to be rapid, guys. Like, if this hasn't already happened, it's coming soon and it's going to be like honest. It's going to be blurted out. It's not BS. It's the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And it may be just delivered in the most hurried way or the most emotional way. And the Eight of Wands is fast action, progress, fast communication. And it may be from your person, they may think that you're leaving. It's either you communicating to them or they're communicating to you. And look, they have all this stuff in their head that they want to say and they haven't been saying it. So I think it could be a confession of love, of deep adoration, of an intention for, a fine future together. I think this has been something that wasn't possible financially and now it is. So it's not that they didn't want it, it's that it probably wasn't possible before. Let's just refresh our memory with the other cards. Yeah, because look, they've got victory, success, recognition now on their side. They're coming out from the cold. They're not anxious about this anymore. It doesn't make them happy to be by themselves. They don't want this to be over. I think they're going to confess their love for you, and I think they're going to tell you, like, I'm ready to invest. I want to make an honest man and honest woman of you. I want us to be out in the open. I want everyone to know that you're mine. I don't want anyone else involved. Shit. And the only thing you wanted was reciprocity. The only thing you wanted was emotional openness, emotional vulnerability, and someone to this person to seriously invest. You didn't want it to be staying at a fling. So whether you were already taken or whatever it was that the challenges were, if it was miscommunication, poor timing, impractical situation, taboo situation, whatever it is, you are and have been heartbroken over this person. You've been absolutely heartbroken. And you thought that they weren't serious about you, that it was games or they were immature or something. And they may have been immature or they may have just not been. It may have been like the wrong time for them. Like they could be a bit younger. They could be a bit older. I don't know, but you're getting swift communication now, and it's like no holds barred. Like if there's someone you're devastated over and you can't understand like where it went wrong and why it's gone cold. And, you know, it feels like they weren't as serious they are, and they're coming to tell you. Right, let's clarify why they didn't say anything before. Vicious circle. Pattern of relationship issues, bad habits, and no-win situation. Okay, so they could have been getting themselves into situations where it wasn't possible to get commitment. They could have had like a history of that because they weren't ready, like, financially. So, you know, they were getting involved with like people where it can't go anywhere. You know, when people like go out with players and they know they're a player, whether they're male or female, they know they're like just screwing around with them, or they're like love bombing them, and they've got, you know, probably like zero intention of it ever going somewhere. But they would actively pursue people like that because they didn't have the financial situation to offer anything, you know, to someone of like high value. So they were just taking what they felt they were worth. It's not like they thought they were always going to be at that level. They just knew like they weren't. It wasn't the time for them. Whoops. Two. For some reason, two have come out. So let's look at both of them. Fiery balance. Embrace intense forces. Offset turmoil and stabilize with calm resolve. Yeah, there's something that's really like unbalanced here. So it could be caused by intense chemistry, passion, physical attraction, you know, high emotions, reciprocal lines, navigate boundaries with grace, mastering the art of give and take in harmony. And we've got scales again here. Strike a balance between freedom and commitment. Yeah, this person's not used to getting give and take from people. So they could have been a little bit demanding because, you know, that's always the argument in every situation that they're in. It's like they're not getting enough time, money, or energy from someone. And then you might have felt like, well, why would I give that to you when you aren't ready to like level up or do this or do that or take this seriously, kind of thing. So it does seem like it was quite an impractical situation before, but that's changed. Possibly there's someone, you know, that you really want to be with, that they've actually, since you've separated from them, they've you know, they've progressed with their career, they've started a business, they've leveled up, they've taken professional qualifications, they're in a better position to invest and have something real now. This person's so tired of drama. Okay, like the kind of people that they've been getting involved with just bring them drama and make them hurt and upset, and they realise it's not going anywhere, but they can't even, you know, if you touch the fire, you get your fingers burnt. So they can't really mess about with people who are emotionally unavailable without getting hurt some way, somehow. Because people will behave very insensitively. Not all people, but some people, you know, if you're just with them because they're good looking and it's just good times or whatever, They can treat you really, really badly, can't they? They want stability. This person wants stability. They want an exclusive relationship. They want marriage. They want, you know, to pay their half of everything. And they want you to be theirs, and they want to be yours. No one else involved. Okay, this is the unspoken truth now, which is very apt because this is the unspoken truth. This is the unspoken truth. Okay, let's do it like this. Do you ever think of me too? You've come further than you think. I'm scared of what we could become. Okay. Like, there's a certain amount of it's been like a really wild ride with this person, like a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of toxicity, because, you know, they could have accused you of stuff. They could speak to you in a way that's very straight or direct, because they're distressed, they're upset, they're frustrated, and vice versa. There could be, you know, like this sense that it doesn't flow, or, you know, cat and mouse, runner chaser dynamic, like twin flames. Like, why can't we ever get on the same page? Why can't it ever be calm for a decent amount of time? Why do we keep falling out? Why do we keep? But they've never stopped thinking about you. The unspoken truth is you've come further than you think. I can only think with this that there's been some sort of ascension, you know, like spiritually, emotionally, and practically. There's been an ascension, and oh God, it's really intense. This, they're ready now. They don't want it to be how it was. They're not excited by the drama. They hate drama. They don't want it to be how it was. They want legit, like, living together, married, 50-50 in every way, like emotional vulnerability, you know, calm, serene, happy, generosity, like, oh my God, it's so intense. Let's get a no contact message. You feel like home. Being with you reminds me of simpler times. You bring me so much happiness and peace. Oh, they love thinking about you. Like, they will just daydream. They'll look at your photos. They'll, like, get flashbacks of, like, nice times that you've had together. They feel like they belong, you know, like when they're with you, it just clicks into place, like two puzzle pieces click together. I think the drama comes when, you know, there isn't availability, there isn't practical, and you're on different pages and you're not communicating with each other. But when like things are good, they're just like, this is right, this feels right, you know? And when they're not with you, they're thinking about you and it makes them feel really good. What's the nature of this connection, please? Be optimistic. Keep in mind that you create your reality. You can't attract love with a negative mindset. Unbreakable love. This person has genuine love for you. You can overcome any issues that may arise. Take a leap of faith. Only when you're willing to step out of your comfort zone. Did I not use those words earlier, Aquarius? Will you reap great rewards? I think they need to step out of their comfort zone and stop dealing with, idiots. And you need to step out of your comfort zone, okay? And like, you both need to invest in each other properly. Let go of the need to control. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Once they tell you, like, all the things that they need to tell you, it's going to fall together. Thank you, Afsan. Let's get some sacred geometry. Coherence. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. Soul time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge. One that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Okay, so I got more clarification, and there's something to do with a gold digger, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and commitment. So put that together how you want. It doesn't always mean that because people have less money or assets than you, that they haven't been exploited for the money that they do have. There's always people that have less. A lot of people that don't have very much, or that appear to not have very much, have been exploited financially, What else do I want? So let's get the Sea Melodies Oracle. Patience. The tide will come in when it's ready. This is going to happen when it's just the right timing. Okay, let's get a divine timing to see if we can get any more. Trust that it will happen when the time is right. Okay, so the cogs of life are turning and they're going to lock in together at just the right. Imagine like two cogs turning, where they're going to lock together at the right time, and the practical situation will be right, the financial situation will be right. Things won't be taboo anymore. Things won't be adverse or difficult anymore, and it's just going to lock in. This person's going to open up their heart and make themselves vulnerable, and then you're going to realise everything they want from this, and that it's safe for you to come out of your comfort zone. They're safe to come out of their comfort zone, and you're going to get on the same page with everything. So all that's left to do is get you a self-care wisdom card and then some positive affirmations. Calm. A breakdown is often followed by a breakthrough. Remain calm. This has fallen apart, but it's got to fall back together. I'm telling you now. When you have this is an example, when you have poor mental health, it's not that you're never going to get better again. There is a white light and you will get out the end of that tunnel. You will, because I've been there myself several times. Okay, but circumstances change. External realities are changing constantly. Internal realities, how we feel inside, is changing constantly. We're deep in reflection, deep in contemplation. You know, external realities are improving. Financially, we're working hard and gaining, you know, better practical situations. People reflect on their own behaviour. They get tired of the drama and they don't want to go towards losers anymore, you know. People realise, you know, what needs to be said and they say it. They get brave and they say it. They can't hold it back anymore. Right, let's get positive affirmations. Where's that gone? I honour myself by establishing healthy boundaries. You've had boundaries a few times here. Where else did you have boundaries? It's here, reciprocal lines. Navigate boundaries with grace, mastering the art of give and take in harmony. I honour myself by establishing healthy boundaries. I think it's both of you. I think you've both been used for money, you know. They've had gold diggers and you've worried that this person wouldn't be able to pay their own way, but they're the ones getting used for money over and over. And they have levelled up. They're a really hard worker. They've levelled up. They're actually a king of cups, you know. They're perhaps they're more emotionally intelligent and more well off than what you realise, or what they've shown, what they've proven, you know. This is very interesting reading, this. Very interesting. I am filled with positive energy and optimism. You've got patience, be optimistic, let go of the need to control, unbreakable love, take a leap of faith, coherence, healthy boundaries, optimism. It's really nice, Aquarius. I'm really happy for you. And when it's the right time, it'll happen. Okay, you get some sort of like communication from this person, some sort of like vulnerability, expression of, you know, like strong intention. I don't know if I did this one. Protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. no one's going to let anything bad come towards you, you know, in terms of like this connection. It could be getting divinely brought together by someone that's passed on, or a set of people. Beautiful. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype the channel for me. You can hype small creators now to try and get them more noticed. If you think I am worthy, if you think I have good advice, if you think, you know, I have a nice setup, if you think it makes sense, if you think it could help other people, trust that it will happen when the time is right. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to be going on to Pisces. If you want any of the other signs, click out of the live and go to the last 3 lives that I've done. Okay, I did 3 signs in each. Well, I did 4 in the last one because I felt bad. Someone had been waiting for Capricorn, so we did Capricorn in the last one as well. Just Aquarius and Pisces in this one. Okay, let's have a shuffle, because a lot went down in that. It was a very beautiful reading, but we want to make sure we got